Hello everyone. I think all are fine. So friends, let me move to the next part of stress management that we have discussed in the previous session. Now it is ability to work independently. Now friends, ability to work independently also plays an important role in dealing with the stress that we have due to our own perspective or overloading or anything fatigue or any survival stress we are having. So now, what do you mean by ability to work independently? Being able to work independently is a key to skill that employers seek in their employees. Everybody want that nobody will come to me again and again for any purpose. If I will tell them once, they will do it. There are a lot of benefits to the teamwork. Team members complement each other and benefit each other through their knowledge and experience. However, even while looking at a part of the team, there are times when one is required to work independently and owes the responsibility of the work one has done. In this chapter, let us learn how to work independently and qualities needed to be an effective independent worker. Now friends, if we will take a look, what do you mean by working independently? The ability to work independently means having the aptitude to plan. Having the aptitude to plan, organize and execute the given task or work with a minimal amount of supervision. Working independently has a lot of advantages like first, which I think myself is one being confident, self-aware, self-monitoring, self-correcting, knowing what you need to do and when, taking the initiative rather than waiting for others' orders to give, doing what is asked to do the best to your capability. Friends, this is the very important. There are some to's and fro's with everyone, but we have to perform each and everything to the best of our abilities without the need of pushing or prodding, learning to work at a place so that work can be completed on time, taking ownership of the mistakes. Like friend, this is very much important. If I have committed a mistake, I must take ownership of it. Refusing to let self-doubt or negative emotions due to negative past experiences take off the course. 7 skills for working independently. First one is organizational skills. If you are working in an organization, then it is essential to accomplish tasks. It is the ability to keep work organized. It allows workers to look at all aspects of the task or project and focus on the task at the hand. So it allows user to look at somebody is doing good for an organization. Now उसमें से उसके लिए एक organization will have a lot of ways to accomplish task, but you should know how to accomplish your task. Your presence should be shown here to increase your productivity and efficiency at a workplace. Now next is multitasking ability. This is the ability to do tasks at a one time. While working on a project, one has to keep eye on several aspects. Further, one should have the ability to focus on the current project while searching for new projects. All these requires multitasking. Now discipline and hard work, they are most important skills. Discipline, one should be disciplined while working because it is a necessity to become result oriented. One has to make routine of doing the work and stick to it religiously and be able to put in extra hours to complete the work. Number 4, communication skills. Your communication skills will help you to build relationship with your clients, whether you need to ask for payment or payment of dues. These skills are very helpful. Like if we have to ask for money from somebody, I'm selling something. If I say, okay, give me this, I will sell you a car, I want this much money, nobody will provide you. And if you are selling it in a very convenient way, you can convince the customer for it, then it will be appropriate for you. Ability to compromise means there should be such, for example, if you go to market, bargaining is there. Now you should know how to change the views of others to make his or her agreement with someone else. This skill is very important for getting work done from others. Flexibility and adaptability. Now friends, let me throw some light on the flexibility and adaptability part. You should be flexible to consider any changes made to the work or work schedule by the client, you should also be adaptable to the work with the other client to complete the given task. It means if you will put anywhere, you should work. Now, next, ability to deal with rejection and not to take it personally. Now, friends, not every client you approach will give you work. Okay, it sometimes happens that you will get bad response for your work. It sometimes happen you will get good response for your work. Okay, so take rejections positively, work on them, and remove your behind. No. Self-awareness. If someone asks you how are you feeling at the moment, what would you say? Just a second and think about it. You may realize that the moment a curious and annoyed, there are so many emotions. Regardless of what answer is, the thing to understand is that this question made you self-aware. Self-awareness means you must think first that how you are feeling. You are annoyed, you are feeling good, you are confused, you are sad, you are impatient. So, self-awareness is about having clear perception of your personality, including your strength, weakness, thoughts, beliefs, motivation, etc. Self-awareness is the step to mastering your life and getting, because it gives us what we are and what we want to be. Okay, so self-awareness is very necessary. It always allows us to take control of your emotions and behavior so you can control them. Until you are aware of your thoughts, emotions, words, and behaviors, you will find it difficult to take control of your life and change the direction it is taking if so needed. Now, self-regulation. Now, self-regulation simply means self-control or the ability to manage your emotions, desires, and behavior in order to accomplish a given task. Self-regulation simply means self-control or the ability to manage your emotions, desires, and behavior. You should be self-regulatory. You should have the courage to bear yourself. So self-regulation is extremely important for independent working. When we fall to self-regulate, we focus balance and self-control. This ultimately leads to the confusion, delays, and non-achievement of our goals. Now let me move to the question answers. Okay, these are your assignment today. You have to do this multiple choice questions in your notebook. Now first one is, which does not help you manage stress? Yoga, yes, it will help. So what its example is? Example is breathing exercises. Breathing exercises will not help. Which was these not a source of stress? Sleep, worries, tension, danger. Sleep. Sleep reduces stress. Which of these is not quality that is required by an independently working personnel? Self-motivation is required, distress is required, self-regulation, self-awareness. So distress, it should be not in stress. Okay. What type of hormones are released by the body when we exercise? Endorphins, pheromones, bile morphines. So these are endorphins. We have studied endorphins. Now, a feeling of self-awareness generally enhances our oratory skills, work skills, stress level, or self-confidence. It is self-confidence. So for first it is B for bat. For second it is A. For third it is B. For 4 it is A. For 5 it is D. Now there are certain questions you have to write in your notebooks, and that you have to show it to me. What is the meaning of stress in our day-to-day life? What is self-awareness important in our life? What is the exact meaning of self-regulation? Describe some ways of managing stress. What are different types of stress? So friends, I am sharing along with this a PDF and previous session after that. So you can take out the question answers from that and write it in your notebook and show it on my personal numbers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. This is Tushar Aggarwal, your teacher, here once again with the unit 2 of your syllabus, that is Information Technology 402, that is self-management skills, means stress management techniques. Now friends, what is stress? Let me take a situation that if you are sitting around a bench in a park, आप किसी park में बैठे हैं और तुरंत कोई wasp आपके आसपास मंडराने लगे. So there are many methods a person can react. You will suddenly become more alert, keep an eye on the wasp, and look for the ways to save yourself from to be bitten. Now, this is the same situation that when we encounter a potentially threatening situation, कि जब हमें लगता है हमें खतरा है, so our body releases stress hormones. Stress hormones prepares our body to fight the stressful situation and react accordingly. Stress, therefore, is a part of our body defense mechanism. Therefore, stress is an important part of our defense mechanism because it restricts us from the fear. Due to these hormones, we get a burst of energy to cope up with the situation. Like I am taking an example of wasp. If wasp is there, you will suddenly try to move out from there if you can. Therefore, stress is nothing but our body's way of responding to a challenging situation from within or externally. Now, therefore, stress is nothing but our body's way of responding to a demanding or challenging situation from within or externally. Now, friends, let us discuss what is the meaning and importance of stress in our life. Now, stress is defined as a mental state or emotional strain caused by adverse circumstances. In moderate amounts, stress is beneficial for us. In moderate amounts, stress is beneficial for us because stress allows us to stay away from dangerous situations. It also helps us to meet our daily challenges and motivates. डर मुझे होगा, तनाव मुझे होगा, तो मैं एक चीज की तरफ बढ़ता जाऊंगा और अपने आप को बचा के रखूंगा किसी भी खतरे से. This is what I am saying. However, if stress persists for a long time, it may cause mental disease or mental tension and many other ill effects on our physical and mental health. The demanding, taxing and burdensome circumstances of our increasingly busy lives cause a lot of stress in our mind. हम लोग अपने ऊपर बहुत सारा स्ट्रेस लेके चलते हैं, कभी फाइनेंस का, कभी बच्चों का, कभी पढ़ाई का. People under a large amount of stress can become tired, sick and unable to concentrate or think clearly. Sometimes they even suffer mental breakdowns. Yes. Now, look at this diagram. This diagram is about the stress, how stress impacts our body, mind, emotion and behavior. First, we will take the body: headache, frequent infections, taut muscles, muscular twitches, fatigue, skin irritations, breathlessness. For mind, worrying, आप बहुत चिंता करेंगे, muddling thinking, impaired judgment, nightmares, indecisions, negativity, hasty decisions. Behavior: accident prone, loss of appetite, loss of sex drive, drinking more, insomnia, restlessness, smoking more. Now come to the emotions: loss of confidence, you will be lacking your confidence, you will be fussy, irritability, depression, apathy. Depression is the most dangerous one. Alienation, apprehension. So these are the effects of stress in via four medium on our body, mind, behavior and emotions. Let me move further. Now we will discuss how many types of stress are there. First one is survival stress. Now this deals with that how we can survive if the situation occurs. In this scenario, if I will take the example of corona. Now COVID-19 virus is worldwide and we are locked down inside our homes. Now we know that if we go out of our homes and come in contact with some person who is having that disease or that virus, then it will be harmful for us. So we experience this type of stress when we are in potentially hazardous situation, when we are afraid that someone or something may physically harm us. Our body naturally responds with a burst of energy so that like we have now capable of energy that we have to stay inside our home. We don't have to go outside unnecessarily to save ourselves. So this type of stress we call survival stress. Next is internal stress. Internal stress is what about people's perspective, what they are thinking at a given time. Now internal stress is when people make themselves stressed on their own. This often happens when we worry about the things that we cannot control, like अरे कल बारिश होगी, मैं क्या करूं. We cannot control if it's going to be rain, if it's going to be rain. It also covers putting oneself in situations that we know will cause us stress. Since the source of stress lies somewhere in our personality, in our perspective, in our way of thinking, right? Now environmental stress. Environmental stress, this is a form of stress that is in response to the things around us, such as noise, crowding, pressure from work, of family, like Sometimes situation is going on in the family, or sometimes situation going on in the work, you have a lot of work, you are taking stress. Identifying these environmental stress and learning to avoid them or manage them deals with the lower stress level. Fatigue and overwork. Yes, this is what a lot of people in the world or students in the world feel like. First I will read it out. This kind of stress builds over a large period of time and can take a toll on your body. It can be caused by working too hard at your job, school, or home. You are taking no rest, you are taking no relaxation. So it can also be caused by not knowing how to manage your time well, how to take rest, what type of rest you want, what time of rest you want. So this must be also controlled. So till now we have studied 4 types of stress. Survival stress, needed for the survival. Internal stress, that depends on the people perspective. Environmental stress, that is on the environment. Fatigue and overwork. Okay, now how can we control stress, or how can we manage stress? Look friends, if stress is not managed properly or not controlled properly, stress can cause immense harm to our mental and physical being and reduce our productivity at our workplace or our homes, right? Since stress is an inevitable part of modern life, we cannot eliminate it properly, but it can be managed up to some level. The process of managing the stress is known as stress management. Yes. Now, how we have to manage our stress? It can be of any 4 types. The managing that stress is called stress management. Stress management includes making such changes to our life so that we do not remain in a constant stressful situation. We should also learn not to react negatively to the stressful situations. Like friends, there can be many situations. You will be stuck in a traffic jam, for example. You will get stressed and say, I will be late, I will be late. So we should not react negatively in that, because we cannot, some situations are there, so that we cannot do anything with that situations. Now there are certain situations which are not our control, like raining, okay, earthquakes. However, giving a negative reaction to the stress is something which is within our control. अब मैं एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ, earthquake आया, आप घर में बैठ के सोचते रहे, अरे मैं तो मर जाऊंगा, अरे I will go, ये मेरे पे गिरे. But the first thing what our stress hormones gives us, positivity. Run out of your home, run in an open place, right? If we react to a stress against negatively, it will only lead to further problems and confrontations with others. This will lead to more stress. So to manage stress, we have to train our mind not to react, but respond in a positive manner and find out the solution. Now, if we are managing the stress, it will keep our mind good. It will receive many health benefits like blood pressure is not there, heart diseases, digestive troubles, and many other physical ailments. So friends, keep yourself healthy with this. Now, I'm going to tell you about some of the stress management techniques now. Find out if you are really stressed. First, we have to find out that we are really stressed with the thing that we need to be. The most important step is to find out if you are really stressed. Your body will give you many signs that it is feeling stress. For example, you are feeling depression, anxiety, insomnia, are not happy with yourself, experiencing obesity and eating disorders, frequent headaches. You are probably stressed. The most important step is to find out if you are really stressed. Your body will give you signs that it indeed is feeling stressed. Okay. Now, identifying and deal with the cause of stress. Now, this is very important, as we have to identify and deal with the various causes of stress. Sometimes you will know intuitively that what is making you stress. हमें पता होता है कि हम stress किस चीज से हो रहे हैं. So we have to look for an alternate. Friends, it might take a lot of time to get alternate for a lot of things, but we have to find. Remember that stress is rarely caused by an event in itself. It is more often brought by the doubts about your ability to cope with that event. Make necessary changes to your lifestyle. Be proactive and make small changes too. हमें एक्टिव होना पड़ेगा, अपनी लाइफ पे थोड़ा कंट्रोल लाना पड़ेगा, सिचुएशंस को हैंडल करने का तरीका सीखना पड़ेगा. Different things work for different people. Like if I am doing a thing, it is not necessary that you will be handling the situation in same problem and it will be solved. Now there are certain stress management techniques. Oh, the first one is our cultural one, yoga and breathing exercises. As we say, yoga se hi hoga. Yoga and various types of derived from yoga are a proven way of reducing stress levels. Like Baba Ramdev used to say that अगर आप ये करेंगे तो आपकी बॉडी फिट रहेगी, आपका ऑक्सीजन लेवल ठीक रहेगा. So it also reduces our stress. Thinking and meditation. Meditation is a practice such as mindfulness or focusing on our mind or a particular object. This is done to train and awareness and achieve a mental clear and relaxed state. Now, practicing meditation is a proven way of reducing stress. Physical exercises, we can have some physical exercises which will kill the certain pain. Like I will say that my exercise act as a painkiller for me. They also improves your ability to sleep, which in turn relaxes us and reduces our stress. Meditation, massage therapy, and breathing deeply help our body to produce endorphins to reduce stress levels. These are some of the figures which you can see playing outdoors, doing yoga, doing some exercises, cycling. All these help us in our stress reduction. Actually, friends, what is stress? It depends more on our perspective to see a problem, right? So there are many ways which we can calm down our mind and think positive. Now, vacationing and holiday with friends and family, sometimes we will take a lot of work on ourselves and we will just like overburden. But this advice is missed as it is an important source of stress reduction, social relationships. Now you need some time with your friends, your families, your loved ones for reducing stress. This will increase your strong social relationship, have a 50% lower risk of stress as they can manage, they can just boost you with energy so that you can perform. When we feel overly stressed with our routine, a good way to relax is to take break and go on for a holiday with family and friends. But today's scenario is not about going to holiday, you have to stay your home. Students can go on a tour to a hill station or any place during their vacations which they like and feel like exploring. So after coming back, you can see how much stress levels are lowered. This recharges and re-energizes them to go back to their work with new enthusiasm and vigor and energy. Taking nature walks, like walking in some jungles or some street walks or some natural sightseeing. Okay, this will also relax you. Walking 5 kilometers a day at a brisk pace, brisk means average pace, will go a long way to improve your stress and overall health. Going for a nature walk in the morning in a park or something like morning walk is there, special places. So it reduces your energy, increases your energy levels and reduces your stress. So this is all about stress. What we have studied so far, we have various types of stress as we overcome various types of stress. So stress is mainly due to our own intentions, our perspective to see a problem. Friends, students, I just recommend you to do yoga, to do meditation, cycling, or some other kind of exercises, whichever you like in your daily life to reduce your stress. When you will be just doing these things, you will feel like, yes, my body is lighter now, I have to do a lot of work, I am energetic. After this lockdown, you can go for a, when schools will be over for some vacations, after that, then you will go for a vacation if you will feel bored or stressed that I have a lot of work to do, my exams are coming. Then after exams or so, you can tell your parents that, yes, I want to go, I want to go out. So you can have a nature walk every day, like parks are there, some special places are made by governments for things to do. So friends, stress management is really important in today's scenario as everyone is filled with stress, thinking of itself, okay, burdened by others. So you have to control yourself.